Every time the enchanted bird feels that its final hour is drawing near, it builds itself a pyre in order to burn. Its eyes misted, its golden plumage disheveled, its wing beats heavy. It must fly. It must go far away to collect new embers that slowly and painfully will incinerate its fabled beak. It will burn and fans up the flames with beating wings, because only in this way is the phoenix certain that it will be reborn once more from its own ashes, even younger, even more beautiful.
When the great Phoenix Theatre of Venice, La Fenice, was razed to the ground in the fire of '96, the whole cultural world went into mourning. But the first to weep for the terrible incident were the artists that worked there.
The fire was really a traumatic event. I was at home having supper only 200 meters from the theatre when all of a sudden a colleague called to tell me, "Run, the theatre's burning." I thought he was joking. Then I went out onto the balcony and I saw the flames blazing up into the sky. It was terrible.
Everything is ruined. I mean, totally annihilated. There's nothing there. It's just terrible. Horrible.
The original inner auditorium walls, as designed by the Meduna brothers, are connected to the outer walls of the theatre only at a few positions, reconstructing this as it was, and that pleased the acoustic specialists very much. All the boxes are made with well-seasoned larch wood, from the same woods that once provided the wood for the old theatre. The work is being carried out by a Milanese furniture maker, also involved in producing all the furnishings in the new theatre. Everything in the theatre was burnt. Details from the original interior decoration were gathered from the original designs from the Meduna brothers, a vast picture archive and laser measurements of the ruins. Technical computer drawings gave the artists a clear guideline. Decorations effectively begins in this Venetian mask studio. A model maker who still knows how to create life from clay was found in Gerino Lovato.
Contrariamente a quello che si crede, una fotografia è un documento, ma relativo.
Contrary to what you might believe, a photo is a relative document. It is not exact, as in this case. It is a detail from a large photo. It was in the top edge, and the distortion of the lens elongates the figure. This completely oval head was not like this in reality. As you can see, the proportions of a cherub of the 18th century are rounder. Therefore, our work has been to create the 18th century sculpture's forms from the information of the photos.
But first we go to Vittorio Veneto to visit the studio of the painter Alma Ortolan and her exclusively female team. Here the wall paintings are created for the hall and the paintings for the royal box. The only sources for their work are the photos and computer-aided designs.
The group that's working on reconstructing La Fenice's decor is composed of various professionals, most of whom come from a field specializing in restoration. That's enabled us to interpret the painting techniques that were used by the original artists, allowing us to make a reconstruction of the paintings that's as faithful as possible. This is particularly true for the entire royal box, the flowers, the landscapes, the painting of the ceiling and of the putti. The documentation we were given was utterly inadequate. We had to make use of our experience and ability to reconstruct images, to understand and formulate a picture that, as in the case of the putti, would create an acceptable anatomical appearance, and, in the case of the flowers, a harmonious composition of tones, colours and three-dimensionality. In the end, it will be a collaboration, a work using everyone's ability to carry out not our own idea, but that of the master. It's always a deeply emotional experience to sing Violetta. But to sing her in a newly reborn theatre is a little like the story of Violetta, who dies, who lives, is burnt by life, and who's reborn again through love. You need a lot of love to rebuild a theatre. Music is love, so La Fenice and Violetta go very well together.
È un bellissimo connubio, Violetta e la Fenice.
La Fenice has risen again out of the flames as a copy of a copy from Venice's better days. A shining golden jewel box, adorned with riches and beautifully decorated. And sometimes the performance on stage is well worth looking at too.